What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Sal Pitera channel. Today is our first video in the brand new format. Now in this format, we're still gonna have lots of great travel tips and tricks, video tours of cruises, ports, and lots more. But starting today, we're gonna do something a little bit different. We'll also be uploading videos like this, travel and entertainment events that are in the news, things to discuss, and frankly, a great place where we can all share our opinions. With that said, let's just jump right into our first story. Last week, a German family came home from their short cruise from Germany to Kiel. Now, while on board, their 12-year-old son used his smartphone to watch YouTube videos. Unfortunately for the parents, he used about 470 megabytes of data. Now, at about $30 per megabyte, that means the family returned home to a cell bill of about 12,000 euros, which is about $14,000 US money. So, here's what happened. The first thing you need to understand that a couple of years ago, the European Union did away with roaming charges. This allowed folks who lived in the European Union to be able to call country to country without having to have roaming charges. That probably meant that the family and the boy thought they were not going to have any roaming charges while on board the ship. Unfortunately for the family, nothing could be further from the truth. Unlike when you're on land, cruise ships get both their cell phone signal and internet signal from private satellite companies. These private satellite companies can be pretty expensive, especially for data when you're going directly through your cell phone, not using the ship's internet plan. In this case, it's reported that the 12-year-old was using his phone to connect directly to the ship's cell phone signal. Rather than using the data on his data plan, he was actually using the data on his phone through the cell phone coverage. Cruise lines are pretty clear about not using your cell on board, and the charges that are involved if you do. In fact, at just about every turn, they're trying to sell you their internet plan so that you can stay in touch with the outside world without breaking the bank and using cellular data on your phone through the ship's cell phone tower. So let's get back to the family. They arrive home, and to a huge surprise, they're smacked with a 12,000 euro cell phone bill. Again, that's about $14,000. Now they contact a cellular company who agreed that the boy probably connected to their services unintentionally, not realizing that they were going to have a huge cell phone bill. And they offered to settle the account by a little more than half of 5,000 euros. Even after the settlement offer, the family is still unhappy with the company, and they called the lawyer for what they're calling an immoral bill. The Norwegian cruise line operator Color Line said it regrets the incident, but they're really unable to help because they don't own the satellite company that charged them for the bill. And that's where we leave this story for now. I'll make sure to follow up it as it updates and as the story progresses. If it goes into a lawsuit or it gets settled, I will let you know. But in the meantime, comment down below. Let me know. Was it the family's fault? Is it the cruise line's fault? Is it the cellular company's fault? Who's ultimately responsible for this bill in your opinion? Let me know in the comments down below. Alright guys, before we go on, let me tell you something we're going to be doing in the new format videos. Each week I'm going to find another YouTube channel, which I'll link down in the description below, that you might want to check out. Now these can be links from anybody who has a great travel video or just some fun things that I think you'll enjoy. Now this week I was contacted by Hannah Banana. Hannah Banana is a 10-year-old girl who put on some great videos for the Carnival Splendor. I think you'll find them really enjoyable. I do have her parents' permission, so if any of you please visit her site, make sure you subscribe, make sure you show her some love. Her videos are great. Especially for a 10-year-old, you absolutely can't beat it. Her site is Live Love Hannah Banana, and you'll find it great, and it's in the comments below. Okay, on this next story, I'm going to file this under That Is So Awesome. Lately, over the last year, you might have seen videos or news articles of stories on the internet. Some cities have instructed their law enforcement to crack down what is certainly a major crime affecting travelers as well as really anybody who drives down the street. Now, what crime am I talking about? I'm glad you asked. It seems that some juvenile delinquents have the nerve to set up tables on the side of the road, usually on their own lawn, peddling, you guessed it, lemonade. You heard me right. Kids all over this great land of the free have gotten citations from police for not having a permit for their lemonade stands. For these cities, I simply say, what the hell are you thinking? We have far bigger problems to worry about than a child making a few dollars by selling a drink to thirsty people. Well, I have some good news on the situation. Country Time Lemonade has created a group to help pay for fines and permits for kids nationwide who want to run their own lemonade stands. They even have a great name for it. It's called Legal Aid, which goes right along with their name. The group will cover fees up to $300 for any child that was fined during 2017 or 2018. They'll also reimburse children for the cost of a permit that they may have bought during those years as well. I think the quote on Country Time's website says it the best. Life doesn't always give you lemons, but when it does, we should be there to make lemonade and share it with our friends. So for all you kids out there who have a lemonade stand, I'll certainly be stopping. And Country Time, just for putting this together, I'll make sure I buy your products right off the shelf. Okay, let's talk about the Carnival Horizon. It's finally here in the United States after all of its maiden voyages throughout Europe. I'll be sailing on her with my wife on July 3rd. If you see me on board, make sure you stop and say hello. You won't be able to miss me, I'm the bald guy, and most likely I'll have a camera in my hands. Who knows, if you say hi, I might even buy you a drink. Also, I'll be videoing just about every aspect of the cruise, as well as a full ship daily log each day. So again, make sure you're subscribed down below and hit that bell icon. That way when I upload the videos and the tours, you'll be the first to know. Also today, let's talk about Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines and the over $20 million lawsuit they lost in a Miami-Dade court this week. Back in 2008, Royal Caribbean employee Lisa Spearman was working on the Voyager of the Seas, and she was injured when she came to the assistance of a nurse on board the ship. While in port, the ship was conducting a routine fire safety drill in which some of the vessel's watertight doors were being tested. Now these are the heavy metal doors that prevent water from passing through in the event of a flooding. According to reports, Spearman was seriously and permanently injured when a watertight door crushed her right hand while she was coming to the assistance of the nurse. The suit says the nurse tried to pass through the door, she fell, and Spearman lunged forward to help her. When Spearman placed her hand on the door handle to keep it from closing, her hand was smashed into the recess of the wall where the door hits into a size that's no bigger than a pencil. Bystanders called for assistance, and her hand was mashed into the door 3 more times while she was waiting. As a result, she broke her middle finger and her index finger, and the nail on both fingers were completely ripped off all the way down to the cuticles. Spearman alleges that after the incident, Royal Caribbean wouldn't hire her back or even approve her disability that she had filed because of the incident. And that's where the lawsuit comes about. She sued Royal Caribbean for negligence, failure to provide prompt, proper, and adequate medical care, failure to pay wages, retaliatory discharges, breach of contract, and other allegations. The jury returned a verdict of $20,300,000 after a 3-week trial. Royal Caribbean said in a statement that they do intend to appeal the jury's decision. Let me know what you think about the stories we discussed today in the comments down below, as well as what you think of the new format for our videos. We're going to try to bring this great new content to you twice a week, and even more as we grow. Once again, if you're not subscribed, take a moment and click the subscribe button down below and like this video. And if you're so inclined, even share it on your social media. And that's where we're going to end this video. If you missed our last video, click right here. If you want to see a random video of mine, click right here. And to subscribe, click right here. We'll see you all in a couple days.